Welcome to today's lecture. Today we will be studying about the interior of duodenum. The mucous membrane of the interior of duodenum presents numerous circular folds, and these folds are called as walls of Kerckring. Kerckring. The proximal mobile part of the first part of duodenum does not have these circular folds. The interior of second part of duodenum will present the following features. First is major duodenal papillae, second minor duodenal papillae, third is arch of plia semicircularis, and fourth is plia longitudinalis. So this picture is showing the interior of duodenum. You can see this is the first part, second part, this is the third part. So here you will be having the fourth part. Then what you're seeing here, all these are numerous mucous membrane circular folds which are present, and they are called the walls of Kerckring. Kerckring. Then what you see in this first part, in the proximal portion, there is absence of the mucosal folds. Then mainly now we will concentrate in the second part of duodenum. So here what all you see, so here this is called the major duodenal papillae. So this major duodenal papillae, it is an conical elevation which is present in the posteromedial wall. It is situated 8 to 10 centimeter distal to the pylorus. So here you will be having the pylorus of the stomach, just 8 to 10 centimeter distal to it will be the major duodenal papillae. So the hepatopancreatic ampulla is opening into the summit of the papilla. So regarding what is this hepatopancreatic ampulla, you can see this bile duct, it is joining with the main pancreatic duct to form the hepatopancreatic ampulla, which is opening into the major duodenal papillae. For the better understanding of the hepatopancreatic ampulla, we will just see this diagram. So what you can see, this is the duodenum, whereas here this is the gallbladder. Then you can see two ducts which is coming from the liver, that is the right and left hepatic duct. So both this hepatic duct join to form the common hepatic duct. So this common hepatic duct joins with the cystic duct which is coming from the gallbladder, and they form the bile duct. So right and left hepatic duct is forming the common hepatic duct. Common hepatic duct joins with the cystic duct to form the bile duct. So this bile duct joins with the main pancreatic duct, and they form the hepatopancreatic ampulla, which opens into the major duodenal papillae. Also you can see here in this picture one more duct, that is called the accessory pancreatic duct, which is opening into the minor duodenal papillae. So now you know what is hepatopancreatic duct, which is formed by the joining of the bile duct along with the main pancreatic duct, and they are opening into the major duodenal papillae. So for the development of duodenum, we saw the first part is developing from the foregut, the third part as well as the fourth part has been developed from midgut, whereas if you see the second part is been developed from two sources, that is from the foregut as well as the midgut. So the junction of foregut and midgut is immediately below the major duodenal papillae. So this will be the junction. Above this, the second part is being developed from foregut. Below this junction, it is developed from the midgut. Now coming to the minor duodenal papillae, what is present over here. So it is the small conical projection situated 2 centimeters above the major duodenal papillae. So this is a major duodenal papillae, just 2 centimeters above it, and slightly ventral to it will be the minor duodenal papillae. Here the accessory pancreatic duct will open into the minor duodenal papillae. Then another thing what you're seeing over here, that is the arch of plia semicircularis. So superior to this major duodenal papillae, there is an arched mucosal fold which looks like an hood, and so it is also called as monk's hood, M-O-N-K, monk's hood, H-O-O-D. Then the fourth thing what you are seeing here, that is the plica longitudinalis. So it is the vertical tortuous fold of the mucous membrane extending downwards from the major duodenal papillae. Coming to clinical importance. First is in endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreaticography, that is ERCP. The radio-opaque substance is being injected into the major duodenal papillae. This is done to visualize the bile duct as well as the pancreatic ducts. Second is magnetic resonance cholangiopancreaticography, that is MRCP. Here it is using the magnetic resonance imaging to visualize the bile duct as well as the pancreatic ducts. Thank you for watching.